Yo, guys, what is going on? It is Ash here, and I hope you are having a fantastic December. Currently, it's the 16th of December. So, what I'm going to do, we made a start to do with this table before with the fixtures. I think I'm going to make this a weekly occurrence where you guys can drop your comments down below of what you also think the score predictions are. So, I'm going to do one. I'll also do one with Lou, which normally we do either Thursday or Friday live stream that we have like your comments as well. But make sure to get some interactions in. Let me know what you think the scores are going to be as well. Where you think I'm going to be completely wrong. But yeah, I'll try and make this a bit more of a weekly thing because I do like doing this, and it's a nice way to interact with people. So we've got AFCON coming up. Just a quick one here. So these are like clubs that are affected from players that are going to AFCON. I'll just scroll up a bit here. So as you can see, this is from Sky Sports. This kind of basically just gives an overview of how many players, as you can see here, that are going to AFCON from per club. As you'll know, Newcastle is not on here because Whistler's no longer going. But then you'll also see it shows the goal involvements, goals and assists, which is for their current Premier League club and the minutes that they currently play for the Premier League club. So obviously Sunderland has 6, and so obviously they're going to have the highest amount of minutes that are basically played by the players. So obviously Fulham, Man United, they've got some big players that are missing, like the likes of Iwobi for Fulham. Man United have got the likes of Mbuemo, Ahmad, and Mazraoui. I can never bloody say his name. So yeah, there's some decent names. Obviously, Liverpool one being Salah. But yeah, so just to give a bit of a heads up, because this is now going to be affecting from this game week 17 onwards for like the next month. Right, let's make a start. So we'll go through in order from top to bottom. Obviously, we're opening up game week 17 with the Newcastle Chelsea game at home at St James's Park. So we've got a game tomorrow against Fulham at home for the Carabao Cup. Currently, Chelsea's playing their game right now. I'll get it up on the screen here. Here they are. They're against Cardiff away. It's currently 0-0 at 30 minutes. I need to get back to watching it. But yeah, we'll be playing tomorrow. As you can see here. There we are. 8:15 tomorrow. That'll be a good game to watch. I might do like a review. Oh, I've never actually checked the table. This is quite cool. How it looks. Shows all the different teams. This is actually quite cool. Nice. This is SofaScore, by the way. I always use this quite a lot of times. Obviously, here's the table. We can have a quick little peek through this of what we think. We can have a look at the informed teams. Obviously, Burnley, Wolves are not informed. But we'll work this down. So we'll go Chelsea, Newcastle. Obviously, we have been horrific this season away from home, but we are at home. So I do think that's obviously going to help us out a lot. I think the Derby game is also going to help us out a lot because we look terrible. Sunderland was a better side in that Derby game. So I think the players are going to have a point to prove, especially being back at home. So I'm going to say this is going to be a 3-2. I'm going to say it's definitely a Newcastle win, but 3-1 or 3-2. I'm trying to decide between the two. Because if I think it's a 3-2, it's going to be very cagey. But, Joe, I'm going to say 3-2. Why not? Bournemouth, Burnley. Well, both of these teams were just involved with an absolute madness of last... yeah, okay, it does keep open. Of a madness of last game week. So the 4-4 Bournemouth, Man United. By the way, if you have the time, watch the highlights of that game because that's crazy. Bruno Fernandes scored an absolute banger of a free kick in that game. And then up here is a Fulham Burnley game where they had a 5-goal thriller as well. So there we go. So these are both still losing some players. You can see here. What I'll do is I'll just put them in name order just so we can have a quick check back of sort of. Obviously, it doesn't say the exact players as, but we can check it up here if we want to. But we roughly know who's a lot coming out. So Brentford's got 2 players that are going. Bournemouth have... Oh, yeah, they don't... Semenyo didn't... I think it's Ghana, I think he's plays for. They didn't qualify for the for AFCON, so he's staying. I think this is going to be a 2-1. 2-1 Bournemouth. Whoops, just go to that. Next, Brighton and Sunderland. I think Brighton's going to win this game, actually. I do think Sunderland loses a load of players. So I actually think this could be a bit of an issue. And I think it's going to be a 2-0 Brighton. Man City, West Ham, I think this is going to be 4. Do I think West Ham's going to get a goal? They have been looking a bit dangerous. Do you know what? Let's give them 1. Wolves, Brentford. 1-2. I think Brentford's going to win. Spurs, Liverpool. I'm going to do this quite fast, and then we'll go through the table of kind of what we're looking like. Spurs, Liverpool. Ooh, this is actually quite a cagey game. Kudus is staying. Liverpool, obviously, they're losing Salah, but currently the way that's been going, I'm not sure it's a bad thing. But Liverpool have picked up a bit of form recently, so interesting. So we'll do. I'm going to say 2-2. Actually, do you know what? I think Liverpool's going to win 2-1. Never mind. I changed my mind. 3-0. No, 2-0 to the Arsenal. The thing is, as amazing they are, they're not being massively prolific. Gyökeres has not looked amazing recently. Leeds, Crystal Palace. Do you know what? I actually think Leeds could nick this. 3-1 to Leeds. Actually, no, we'll do 2-1 because oh, God. Do you know what? 3-2. I think it's going to be 3-2. I think both teams are going to score a few goals. Villa, Man United. Right. I think this is going to be a 1-0. Even though Man United have looked amazing. Oh, actually, do you know what? We'll do 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw. Well, that's fair enough. Fulham, Forest. 2-2 draw. So this is my predictions. Like I said, guys, let me know what predictions you have in the comment section below. But yeah, this is some of the things that I'm gonna think about. Obviously, as the week goes on, there may be like some injuries, some changes in our teams that could change what I want. That means Wolves still don't have a win. This is what the table kind of looks like after you calculate it. Newcastle up to 10th, Bournemouth 11th. We'll look at the points here. We've got. I'd put Arsenal 2 points ahead of Man City still. And then Liverpool will be up to 4th based off this. Very interesting. But what we're going to do, we'll have a quick little check of sort of the teams that are currently in form. To be fair, the only team that I would say is probably not in their actual position is Newcastle. I think we're a lot higher. Forest is doing quite well, actually. I think Forest probably should be a bit higher than where it shows in the table. Sunderland's probably going to keep going down. That's not trying to be disrespectful. They were the better team the other night. I just don't think they have the ability to keep up with the levels that they've shown, which they already haven't done. As you can see, they smashed it out at the start of the season. I think they were second for quite a bit. Went down, and it seems like they keep still going down, which I think they will, to be honest. I don't see them keeping up. I just don't think they have the quality. Granit Xhaka is obviously absolutely insane, but yeah, I just don't think they have the ability to keep up by the end of the year. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Obviously, we've got the Chelsea, the Newcastle Chelsea game, which is an early kickoff. It'll be a good game to see this. Voltemada. I'm unsure if I want Voltemada or Wissa to start. Wissa's obviously come back. Voltemada's not looked too amazing. Obviously, he scored that own goal against Sunderland, which I'm still convinced that he was intending. That was an intentional shot. I'm convinced because it was 1 minute after we just switched halves. But yeah, who have we got out? Dan Burn. It did come out that he fractured his rib, by the way, from that tackle. So was it from Michele? I don't know how you say his name. When he had his knees go into his ribs, I said straight away that I thought he might have broke his ribs because of how he looked. He didn't look okay at all. He looked like he was very struggling to breathe, and it looked like he was in a lot of pain. And Dan Burn, as you know, he's not the type of person to come off unless if he's actually truly injured. So yeah, it should be a good game. Hopefully, we'll have some players like back and ready fit. Hopefully, Tonali is going to be firing. Lewis Miley, I don't think this is going to be our formation. I think Joe Linton's going to be back and ready and up for this game. Obviously, same with Jacob Ramsey. Pretty sure Jacob Ramsey's fit, so it'll be an interesting game. This, but either way, guys. Give me a shout of what you think. Am I completely waffling on some of these predictions? Do you think some of them are different? Some of them are wrong? Obviously, we've got this to refer back to. I'll zoom in a little bit just so we can get a nice clear image of this. So this is game week 17, and then game week 18 is the halfway point of the season. So, oh no, it isn't. Wait, it's game week 19. God, my brain. Yeah, but either way, so, and then game week 18 is the Man United away game, I'm pretty sure, for us. Yep. And the last game of this one's the Burnley away. Okay. But either way, we'll come back to this. Like I said, I'll try and do this like a weekly thing, just so we can get a bit of pace behind this. We can see how we do with predictions, so you guys can see what my thought processes is. But yeah, I quite like this website because it's a nice fun thing to do. But either way, guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you very soon. Peace.